Ladies and gentlemen, Two Dudes Talk Music in conjunction with E. Brown Industries and Big Jerry Burger brings to you everybody's new favourite game show, Get in the Bin. Now, let's go to our host, Reverend Raph and the beer buddy, Kyle. What's going on, everybody? I am the Reverend Raph, joined once again by my good friend Kyle, aka the beer buddy.
What's going on, everybody?
Along with Class, Tommy and Sally from Earthbong, who are going to be touring in Australia very, very soon. So make sure you get along and support these guys while they're over here and buy all their merch and buy them some beers because they've travelled a long way. They'll be very, very thirsty. But today, it is a Sunday evening. We are getting stuck into our favourite game show of the week, Get in the Bin. And this is where we ask our esteemed guests if they had phenomenal cosmic powers and could just snap their fingers to eliminate things out of the music business or change how things worked in the music industry, what would they change and why? We will be grabbing two things from each of our lovely guests today. Whoever wants to go first, please, if you could give us the first thing that you would change about the music business and why.
I can start. I'm not sure if it counts really into the music business, but I would really like to change that small venues are struggling so much with money issues, and it's really hard for smaller venues to have a sustainable financial stuff going on, because you just don't make much money with putting on smaller bands on the bill, and it would be really nice if they would get more funding or just and get support from the state instead of being try to be shut down, because that's where the underground comes from and that's where new bands are coming from. And if there are no more venues, no more small venues, then there won't be any more new bands coming up, because every big band you've ever seen has started to play in a shitty bar next door. And if they don't exist, music will stop existing.
Could not agree more.
Similar struggle over here. We have a similar struggle over here. Venues, you know, I mean, I don't know. Over here, there's a massive issue with like insurance rates and rents. Like rent in Australia for both individual, for residential and for businesses is just through the roof. It's so high over here, and just if people, you know, it's so hard for these small venues to make ends meet, and there's unfortunately been a few that have closed that have been really good venues up here, you know, and you hate to see it, and you can just kind of hope that, you know, someone else is going to take a punt on something and try and open up something new to keep it rolling. Because look, if I had the money, I'd do it. If I had the money, I'd try and do it, because it's you live for music. You got to do what you can to support it there. So that's awesome. I like that one. Who's next? Who wants to give their first one?
I would say something like a bit more like recent. I would wish more like laws to prevent theft via AI, for like Zuno or something like this, because these programs are of course trained on real music which people have written and shit, and they just replace them with time. And I'm a bit scared about the future in this regard, because I saw really crazy shit, right? Like, did you ever use something like Zuno AI just to check it out? It's wild stuff. Like, it's not that far away that you can't really like recognize, is it a real person or not? The singing is really far right now, and I hope there will be some kind of new copyright law or something like this, so the damage this new technology will do in our industry, like for music, isn't that high. I think we all do underground music, so it's not that likely that we get damaged that hard from our shit. But I think the whole music industry, also how kids will interact with music and how they will interact with making music, maybe changes in a not that good direction. I'm not sure about it, but I think this is something I would change.
Well, the way popular music is being approached now has completely changed. where
Yeah.
people are writing 30 seconds to see what clips on TikTok or something like that, and then writing a song around, as opposed to writing a song and then hoping that hits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary territory because you do kind of wonder, like, in a world like this that's coming there, like, why would what motivation is there going to be for people to learn an instrument and play actual music that way? And
exactly.
when they can just say,
Yeah.
write me a song, and it does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't sound that bad right now. The things you can make are kind of scary, and it just like
Stop
you spend
promoting
5
it, Sadie.
seconds.
Stop promoting it.
Okay, I stopped promoting it. Yeah, it's kind of scary though.
No, agreed.
Definitely. Have you got one for us, Tommy?
Well, I'm thinking about it, but can't find something. No idea.
No, not
I
even having to load your drums up 2 flights of stairs to play a show, or
Well,
Yeah,
that's the kind of workout I do. The only workout I do is carrying all the stuff.
I would maybe add, like, besides the venue thing with the money, is like also payment for bands. I mean, we are not in it for the money. None of us in our scene is in it to make money out of it. We're doing it for fun, but still, sometimes it would be nice to, if it would like sustainable in a way that you get the money out that you put in.
yeah.
And I think for a lot, especially smaller bands, it's really hard. And of course, it's because you have to get people interested in the music. But also, like, for Spotify or something, it's so ridiculous how less money you get for like plays.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have many listeners on Spotify, but with our other band, we have like a track that has like 90,000 plays,
Yeah.
and I think we're getting like 25 euros for it. And if you just do the math and think, if all the people who listen to this song, maybe if half of them bought a record, we'd have so
be
much
rich.
more in our pocket.
Yeah.
And of course,
Even
I mean,
if it went back to an old system where it was like Apple Music, and you got
Yeah.
50
Yeah, you
cents,
could
and you
buy
got
it,
you got
yeah.
50 cents for the song, and Apple
Yeah.
took their 25 cents or whatever,
Mm.
you'd still be better off
yeah,
than whatever current model that fucking Spotify have.
yeah.
I did
And
the
I mean-
maths on it. I did the maths on it for when with Skunkbone, when we put our album out. I did the maths on it, and we did so much of that in house. So our actual cost to make it was basically like monetary cost to make it was like getting them printed. That was it. Like we did everything else in house. Like we recorded it here. I mixed and mastered the whole thing. Like our drummer did the artwork and everything. So the only thing we paid for was the printing of it. And like we had, so we could keep our price down on it. But I think the maths on it worked out that if someone listened to the album on Spotify versus buying it, if they bought it, we got like 5,000 times more than we would get from them listening to it on Spotify, which is just, it's criminal.
Even if you brought out an EP and you sold it for $1 more than what, so you brought out a 4-track EP and you sold it for $1 more than what the CD cost was, and you made 25 cents per track, you're still better off. No matter which way you split it, you're better off.
I mean, we are complaining, but we are still all on there. We could also be not there.
Look,
it's, at the same time, it's like another way to get
it's a double-edged
people
sword.
Interested.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's very, very. There's benefits and drawbacks, and this is I mean, this is. Kyle and I will try not to go off on the rant that we normally get on when these topics come up, because there's many times on the channel where we've vented quite explicitly about it, and
because it's the ultimate argument they have over us at all times.
We have very strong feelings about it,
but you all still have it on your phone.
Yeah.
and that's how they win, and that's how they've won.
Oh yeah, but okay, that's like saying, okay, you can't dislike, you know, not to get too political, but it's like when people say you can't be opposed to a capitalist system because you exist and make money within a capitalist system. It's not my fault that I was born into a capitalist system.
It's not.
I'm trying to do what I can to
spawn.
survive within the circumstances I was given, and the Spotify and all this is the same thing, right? Like the only way for me to
argument they
engage
fall back on
with this music is, and it's a bullshit argument.
It is.
Sorry,
I agree.
I'm getting heated.
Agree.
I'm getting heated all the
I
time.
agree. I'm not saying I disagree. That's why in the whole thing, in the scheme of things, where Apple Music was still better off than what Spotify did, because at least you still had to pay for it.
The iTunes,
Something.
being at least that
iTunes,
you're still paying for it in some capacity.
Yeah.
Who's anyone got another one? Nobody.
I would change something for one day. For one day, every stream is illegal, and people have to use records to hear music.
Just for one day.
Just for one day. Okay.
One day a year or something like that.
Yeah. National. Yeah.
National
Record
listen
day.
to an actual fucking album day.
Yeah. No shuffle day.
Yeah, no shuffle day. Just listen to the album as a whole, start to finish. But
Mate.
yeah. Oh, look, it's crazy to me, especially as we do more international interviews with this. It's crazy to me that, I mean, in some ways crazy, in some ways not. But seeing that the people in bands all over the world are really facing the same challenges and the same, having the same internal debates about things like Spotify and AI and all of this kind of stuff. It's like, it sucks that these are problems that everyone has to deal with, like in the biggest way. But at the same time, it's also like, okay, well, we're all in the struggle together, at least, and we're all, so we all want to support each other and help each other as best we can. So, and that's part of why Kyle and I started doing the channel. We're not trying to be like, not out of some savior complex, but it's like we have gotten so much enjoyment and love and so much in our lives, like out of music and being a part of that community. And we would be, Kyle and I'd be having the same conversations that we have on the channel, even if we weren't in front of cameras. It's these kind of topics, right? So this part of us is us finding a way to still be engaged with the community and give back to that. Like Kyle doesn't really play in bands anymore, but he still likes going to shows. I still try and play in bands. I'm still trying to do that sort of stuff. But this way we can really try and engage with and just gauge the temperature of things, see what people are feeling, what issues people are facing. And it really sounds, the more we do it, especially with more international interviews, we get a lot of people facing the same things, and I think
it's very sad.
It is sad.
In a way, I was kind of like, I'm going to show a bit of my ignorance here. I was just like, oh, okay, German metal band. That's just like, okay, they're not going to be. You know what I mean? It's not going to be like over here. You're at least probably going to have decent numbers at shows all the time and people checking your stuff out. Like there'd at least be that kind of consistency.
But it's the same everywhere.
It sounds like it's just the same.
Yeah. And I think,
but at the same time, I think it's encouraging that there are still so many people doing it.
Yes.
And we are all facing the same struggles and problems, but we are still doing it because we just enjoy what we do.
Yeah.
And it's what we want to do. And that's
for the love.
That's why we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a band that I was in, I mentioned a band earlier, we played in New York. Like that was while we were in the States back in 2012. We were fortunate enough to be able to go over there and record with Logan Mader, who used to be in Machine Head. Like he recorded our EP for us, which was great. And like that was never something that we were going to make money on, right? That was always, but the opportunity to go and work with someone of that caliber and the lessons that we learned out of that, and not just the time itself, but the preparation for it and the whole experience of it, and doing it for the love of it, for the love of the music and for
man.
out of the passion for what we do. And again, that the channel, like Kyle and I are doing this, like we're not making money out of this. We do this for the love of it. It's like between the filming, editing, and making thumbnails and doing all of that content game stuff, it's like an extra whole extra work day each week that we get a little bit of monetization off of ads, but that's like $5 a month, right? You know, it's
Okay.
it's like, you know, we do it's and again, like I'm still playing bands, so I get it. You know, playing shows for nothing a lot of the time. You know, just because you want to be up there performing with your friends in front of people, and just playing the music that you love and that you wrote and that you've put your heart and soul into. And I guess that's kind of the reassuring thing, as you say. It's you know, these struggles are out there, and it'd be very easy for someone to just go, fuck it, like I'm done, I give up, you know, but people still keep doing it, people still keep playing, people still keep bringing out this amazing music, and that side of it is heartening to see, and it's good for the soul and for the mind to chase this new music all the time. And yeah, like we love that, we're really happy about that. So you sure you don't have any, Tommy? Before we take it home, you sure you don't have anything? No?
Go ahead.
No, you're just a happy-go-lucky drummer. You're always happy
Mate.
about everything.
Not happy, but I agree with all you say.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
about the
cool.
community, and you do it for your own. You can't change a big system like this. But I'm happy doing this shit, and I'm happy doing it with the two boys and meet all the guys.
Love it.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm happy.
They're
Awesome.
good. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm going to make the effort. I'm going to come out to see you guys at Stone to Death, and I'll come and catch you guys out there. We'll have a beer and get up some
Awesome.
mischief or whatever. And
Yeah,
sure.
nice.
Awesome. What size shirts have you got going to be bringing? How big are you going on the t-shirts?
We
I
can
think
go
we've
3XL.
3X.
Yeah, but I think we already got an extra order from a friend of Brad, and Brad already told us we have to make one in 5XL.
Okay.
He seems to be a big fella, so yeah.
Okay.
Maybe-
if you can
maybe
try
we
and
can
if you
go
can try
higher.
and hang on to a 3XL for Kyle to buy that from you guys,
Yeah.
so he can ship that up to me, that'd be rad. I'd really appreciate that.
100%.
And
20th of April. All right.
Look, we will have, as we said earlier, we are going to have links to all of Earthbong stuff down in the description below. I'm going to run through these tour dates one more time in case you didn't catch them on the podcast, which you should still go back and listen to, by the way. It's a really good episode. But so all of these dates are in April of this year. So it's the 11th at the Vault in Geelong, the 12th at the Crown and Anchor in Adelaide, the 17th at La La La's in Wollongong, the 18th at the Potbelly in Canberra, the 19th at Stoned to Death Festival in Sydney, the 24th at the Bendigo Hotel in Melbourne, and the 26th at SunBurn 6 Festival in Frankston. You guys are going to have a great time over here. You really are. I think you are going to absolutely love, you know, when you got some off days and you can just chill out, go and see different parts of the country. I think you guys are going to have an absolutely amazing time. You're going to have so much fun with all of the Aussie bands that you guys are playing with. And look, apologies that I'm not going to be able to say hi in person, but Kyle absolutely will be.
Oh, yeah. I'll be
And
there.
yeah, so as I said, we're going to have links to as many shows as we can down in the description. We will have so links to all their socials and their Spotify, so you can go and listen to get those numbers up, pump those numbers up, so Spotify has to pay them a few extra bucks.
Yeah, do that.
Look, but that's it. We will see you guys next time. Thank you so much to Class, Tommy, and Sally. You guys have been amazing for giving us your time this week. Thank you so much. Thank you to my co-host, Kyle. Thank you to everybody who's watched this far. I am the Reverend Raph. If you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't, downvote the shit out of it. We will catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe and look after each other. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks for having us. Peace out.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you had a good time. If you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell down there. It helps the channel grow. We are still a fairly young channel and we like to try and grow our audience all over the world. We do also, for those of you who are interested, have a Patreon. It's just a couple of bucks a month. At the moment, you get all the videos early and ad-free, but we are working on ways to increase the value of that and make it a bit more enticing. So don't forget to keep an eye out and check back on what's going on over there. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day.